Hello there guys, and welcome to my review of the 2023 CollectA Deluxe Dreadnoughtus. Now, you may notice that I've changed the camera angle for this video, and that's because this guy is huge. It's 1/100th scale, and so it's 32 centimeters long, which is smaller than the Rheangosaurus, which is why I got this instead. It's also not that heavy. Like, one of the things I noticed when I first picked up the Rheangosaurus for the first time was, wow, that is really heavy for a dinosaur toy. On the promo images, this looked really good, but then as soon as I unpacked it, I had some problems with it. The first one being that I think the legs have warped, whether that's just from the shop or maybe this is how it was done, but it's supposed to stand like that, but because the back leg on the left side has warped, the foot that's supposed to be off the ground is the one that touches the ground. And the other thing I've noticed about it is that the claws on the feet and hands are not painted. Like, the osteoderms are painted, and that's really nice, except that the claws are the same colour as the scales, and that feels a little bit lazy, especially since this is a deluxe model, and so, you know, it should be one of those things that they do. I really like the colours on this. It's yet another example of simplistic colours doing a really good job. I do like how, unlike the Rheangosaurus, it's not one solid colour, and it's actually got some patterns on it. It's got these, it's kind of minimalistic, but the stripes on the tail are a darker green, and there's even some very subtle dots on the neck, and then it's like kind of army green with a pale khaki underbelly. There is actually paint inside the mouth, which is pretty good, especially since, like, how open the mouth is. Yeah, accuracy wise, this is also pretty good. They've done the head based on the old reconstruction. I say old, it's the original reconstruction when they first dug it up, which is kind of a chunky Apatosaurus like skull rather than well, you'll see what I mean when we get to size comparisons about other titanosaurs. But it's like, this guy isn't that closely related to Argentinosaurus, Protosaurus, and Patagotitan, so that kind of makes sense. CollectA keeps doing this, but I kind of wish there was more of a spread of osteoderms on the sides, like where the ribcage is, rather than just a couple of rows and then it all being over the sacrum. That seems a little bit lazy, although there are osteoderms on the shoulders, which is pretty good. Yeah, compared to the Argentinosaurus, this has got much better proportions, and the undersides of the feet are perfect. Like, this is the perfect sauropod footprint and handprint with the, like, it's often described as like a hoof made of fingers, because it's walking on its fingertips, and then it's got this claw. Although I think the feet should probably be angled a bit more, because being descended from bipeds, they probably couldn't pronate their hands like this. But other than that, it's pretty good. Okay, now for some size comparisons. We've got the 1/60 scale Argentinosaurus from CollectA, and the Alamosaurus, which I think is 1/75 scale. The Papodimetrodon, as always, another little guy. We've got the Safari Mini Velociraptor, and the Papa running T-Rex, which until recently was one of my biggest figures. And then just for last, we've got my largest Chinasaur, which is only ever so slightly taller than this guy. Right, so, based on the promo images, I think, and what I'd seen of this before, I probably would have given it a 5 out of 5. But having actually bought it and noticing the warped lens and the lack of paint on the nails. And like, yeah, the detail is amazing, but they probably could have gotten away with some more osteoderms and stuff. But I think I'm going to give it a 4.8. Yeah. Right. So, with that, we have reached the end of the reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.